It was a normal morning at the hospital when Nurse Sarah entered the room of a comatose patient. She was responsible for taking care of the woman, who had been in a car accident 3 days earlier. Welcome to the History or Truth channel. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to stay on top of everything that is posted. Sarah started to check the patient's vital signs, but soon noticed that something was off. The woman had an extremely high body temperature, and her heartbeat was very fast. Sarah was worried, so she decided to call the doctor on duty. Drive. Adams. When the doctor entered the room, he too was surprised by the patient's vital signs. He asked Sarah to call 2 more colleagues to help him examine the patient. When they saw her up close, they were even more scared. The woman had a dark, ominous mark on her neck that appeared to have been caused by a bite. The doctors were stunned and didn't know what to do. They decided to carry out a series of examinations and tests to try to find out what had caused the mark and the strange behavior of the patient's vital signs. The test results were even more shocking than expected. They discovered that the patient had been bitten by a vampire. The doctor, Adams, was horrified and didn't know how to handle the situation. He decided to call the police so that they could investigate the case. Meanwhile, the patient began to toss and turn in bed and appeared to be on the verge of awakening from her coma. Doctors hurriedly tied her to the bed to prevent her from hurting herself or anyone else. They also began administering a series of medications to try to control his temperature and heart rate. But as soon as the police arrived, the patient suddenly woke up. She rose from the bed, with preternatural strength, and looked at the doctors and policemen with red, fierce eyes. Nurse Sarah and the others were petrified, not knowing what to do. Suddenly, the woman transformed into a monstrous creature, with sharp claws and pointed teeth. She attacked Nurse Sarah, who barely managed to escape. The police tried to arrest it, but it was useless. The creature was very strong and fast. In a matter of minutes, the situation turned chaotic. The creature was attacking anyone who tried to stop it, and the hospital was full of injured and frightened people. Nurse Sarah ran to the control room to call for help. When rescuers arrived, they found a scene of destruction and blood everywhere. The creature had finally been brought down, but not without causing significant damage. Nurse Sarah and the other survivors were traumatized by what happened, and the police had to do a thorough investigation to understand how the woman had turned into a vampire. They discovered that the woman had been attacked by a vampire a long time ago, and had been infected with a vampire virus. She had managed to hide her true nature, until the car accident woke her up. Now Nurse Sarah and the others were seeing the aftermath of the bite that had changed her life forever. Nurse Sarah would never forget that shocking morning, and the fear of that creature would haunt her forever. She now knew that the world was much darker and more dangerous than she ever imagined, and that nothing or no one could be trusted. Nurse Sarah and the doctor decided to delve further into the vampire world, looking for answers to what had happened in that hospital. They discovered that there was a secret community of vampires that inhabited the city, and that there were many more monsters hidden there than they ever imagined. Nurse Sarah and the doctor decided to join the vampire hunters to protect the city and prevent other accidents like that one. They became valued members of the team with their healing ability and medical knowledge. Together, they faced many challenges, and discovered many dark secrets about the vampire world. But despite their dedication to the cause, they also faced personal dangers. Nurse Sarah has been attacked by several vampires over the years, and the doctor was injured on a dangerous mission. But they never gave up, and continue to fight for the good of the city. Over time, Nurse Sarah and Doctor became legends among the vampire hunting community, and their courage and dedication inspired many. They never forgot what happened in that hospital, and they would always remember the creature that changed their lives forever. But through it all, Nurse Sarah and the doctor never lost their faith in humanity, and they continue to fight for the good of the city, hoping to one day find a cure for the vampiric virus and end the vampire menace forever. And so, they continue to live their lives, dedicated to protecting the city and seeking the truth, always remembering that shocking morning that changed their lives forever. If you stayed, I hope you liked this story. Leave your like and comment if it's a story or truth. Until the next story.